Hi, Gayatri.
Hi, hi Rohan, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good, good.
Finally, we are able to connect.
Yes, finally.
I think, where are you based off?
Like our office is in Sargasan, Gujarat, Gandhinagar.
Nice, nice. I have a lot of clients from Gujarat. I recently onboarded them.
Right. And where are you from?
I am from Delhi.
Delhi. Okay, good. Okay, so Rohan, to be honest, I totally forgot. I know it was regarding the LinkedIn, but it's been a while since we connected, right? So I kind of forgot what was so yeah, if you don't mind, could you please explain what was the service and everything?
No problem, Gayatri. See, basically, this call is all about understanding the business that you are in, and then what methods you are using currently to get clients, and what is your goal for the next quarter and for this quarter. Right? The moment you will answer all these questions, then I will be able to understand whether the system that I have in place is the right fit for you or not, and whether you are actually looking for such kind of services or not.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
From starting,
Yes.
I was just saying that like this call is regarding the LinkedIn consultation, wherein I will try to understand the business that you are in and what
Mhm.
methods you have applied so far, and what is your goal for this quarter and the next quarter to acquire clients, right?
Right.
And on the
Okay.
basis of that, I identify, basically, I judge that whether the system that I have in place is the right fit for you or not, or for your business or not. Make sense?
Okay, sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect, perfect. I see. So, Gayatri, I just have like two questions to ask since I don't have much information about what you do. So, if you can tell me about your business and since how long you have been doing this.
Right. So we are kind of like a digital uh, staffing agency. So we connect the pharmacy with the pharmacist and the pharmacy staff for any relief work they do. So whenever there is a relief need, the pharmacy can connect with the pharmacist and fill the shifts. So like here we have like two, three ICPs. One is the relief pharmacist who wants to do the extra work. The second one is the like a pharmacy owners, managers, like who wants to onboard or who wants the service to fill the relief shifts. So yeah, we have two demand and supply kind of like a different ICPs.
Okay, okay, great, great.
Yeah,
And
our goal is to like onboard at least like a 500 relief pharmacist per month, and that is like the lower end. So yeah.
got it. And how are you currently acquiring clients?
We are currently doing everything manually. So I know there are a bunch of automations tools are available along with the CRM and all of that. But like right now, our like one of the salesperson is doing everything manually. They send the connection request and kind of like send the messages and everything. So just like wanted to know what is like available out there. So.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. When you said manually, what do you mean by that? Like which platform are you using? Is it LinkedIn or are you doing running some Meta ads or maybe Google ads? What are you doing at this moment?
Right. So we are using the link Sales Navigator.
Okay, so that means you are doing the outreach on your own, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it, got it. And since how long you have been doing this?
Well, it's been like from the starting. So
It's been the starting. And what's the response rate so far? Like how many messages you send in a month, and then what's the reply rate and what's the call booked rate?
right. So we recently started a new services. So we just started there are two services, right? The one is the relief service, and the second one is like selling them a staffing infrastructure system. So for the relief rates, like we usually we are not doing any kind of ads or anything, right? But still, we get like organically, we get like approximately 200 clients. Uh, like they download the apps and yeah, they work. So it's all organic right now.
Mhm. Got it, got it. And
Um,
by any chance, are you building your brand on LinkedIn as well, or is it just the outreach that you guys are doing?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
By any chance, like, are you building your personal brand on LinkedIn, or is it just the outreach that you're focusing on?
No, like I'm planning to build a personal brand as well. Yeah.
Okay, so for personal branding, apart from posting content, are you doing any other activity as well?
I haven't started yet, but I posted a 4 5 post and I think I got the good response. So I think I would like to do it more.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now I think I have all the answers. The only thing that I'm worrying about is the system that I have in place. It's almost similar that you are doing, but the only difference that we have is the intent based search. So, for example, I know you are using Sales Navigator to filter out the people on the basis of different filters that you apply. But one thing that we are doing differently is that let me just bring that part. Let me just share my screen. So my system has like four-step in process, wherein step one and step two corresponds to building your personal brand on LinkedIn. Step three and step four corresponds to your outreach method. So in the outreach, what we do differently is that, let's say I want to reach out to the CEOs of a SaaS industry. Let me just open my LinkedIn and then let me just show you. So let's to reach out to the CEO of a SaaS industry, and then on the basis of the search that I have done, LinkedIn is going to recommend me some people on the basis of that, right? I have just applied very, very simple filter right now. Obviously, the filters will get changed according to your specifications. But when this is my target audience, so before I reach out to them, what I'm going to do different is that I'm going to find their intent, whether they are actually in the buying mode or not. And how I'm going to do that? First, I'm going to scrape their LinkedIn profile URLs from the LinkedIn search. Then next part that I'm going to do is for every LinkedIn profile, I'm going to scrape their headline, country, city, company, website, and company LinkedIn. So this gives me better clarity about what type of business they are in, whether they are the right fit for my targeting or not. And then I scrape their last 30 days activity on LinkedIn. What
Mhm.
content they posted, with whom they engage, what content they like. The reason why we do this activity is that when someone is in the buying stage, especially in your service, they try to find out the similar kind of post. So they try to engage or they post about it. This is the reason why we basically scrape their last 30 days activity. And then we match the intent with your service. If the intent gets matched, the person becomes qualified, otherwise the person becomes not qualified. Okay.
So
So that
if they haven't posted anything about the service that I'm offering, that means they are disqualified.
no, 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 no. Not on the basis of just one factor, but on the basis of different factors. For example, like let's say if they have not posted, so we are going to give them, let's say, minus 20 or minus 30 marks. I mean the points. So we have the filtrations on the basis of the points as well.
Okay.
So there are five, six criteria that we add in, and on the basis of that, we provide them the points, and that's how we get to know which one is at the highest priority and which one is at the lowest priority, and which people have been disqualified,
Mhm.
right? And then once we get a list of all the qualified people, after that, for from every profile, we scrape three important information. One is recommendation, second is outreach angle, and the third one is notes. Recommendation means what action you need to take on that profile. Outreach angle means how you should initiate the conversation, and notes that it complements to the message. Okay. Then we combine these three pieces of information together to get a super personalized and outreach messages. Every message is different from one another. No message is same. So we don't send out same copy pasted templates. We write the customized messages for every person. Okay.
Okay.
And then we send them the connection request. Once they accept it, we send out the customized message that we created. If that does not accept it, then we make use of Sales Navigator to reach out to that person. And that's how we monitor whether the person has replied positively, negatively, or neutral. That's how we
Mm.
bring you the refined results at the end of the this strategy.
Right.
So this is our refined process, which is similar to
So
your.
So regarding the messages and like how do you like find out the best message, right? Because we are trying to yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, no, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was wondering about the message, like how do you find out which message is the best, like regarding the ICPs and because all the like the different ICPs has the different messages, plus the different role has a different pain points and all of that. So how do you craft the outreach content?
See, this is the reason why we are scraping the complete information from their profile. For example, like in the headline section, when we get to know that we are reaching out to the founders or when we are reaching out to the sales system builder, right? That's how we differentiate. So in every message, we have classified like how to write the message for the different designations. And then from every profile, we are scraping this three important information, which is also coming from their last 30 days activity on LinkedIn. So we are combining three things together to write the personalized messages. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Perfect, perfect. So
Yeah, so I can see that the messages are really short, right? Like it's not really like the big para, and you're asking in like a question based, like a curiosity based questions.
see, the tone of the message can be customized according to how you want it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the message that you're seeing right now. This is according to the client called Sarah. So that is how we have crafted this. But if you have the, let's say, the feedback on what type of tone you want to add in the messages, that can be customized.
Right. Yeah, the thing is, like, see, our ICPs don't talk about our service openly, right? They hardly post anything. So in that case, how do you like a craft the content?
See, it's the message that we're writing is not coming from what the ICP is writing. It is coming from what activity they have done and what information they have mentioned on their LinkedIn profile. Okay. And then we do a deep research on the forums like Reddit to find out what type of messaging will work on your category. So we find the real intent of the person, and then we scrape the information from that prospect's profile, and that's how we customize it. So it is
Yeah, the thing is, Rohan, because that's what I figured. uh, that the our ICPs who's like mainly the pharmacy owners, right? They don't even talk about you won't find anything in their profile regarding the relief staffing. It's all about the pharmacy and all of that, right? So like in that case, how do you how do you craft?
Yeah, we are already working with a similar category where the prospects does not even talk about the services. For example, like this client called Kiri. Kiri is into providing the uh machines, right? And these are the kind of messages that we are sending on behalf of him. And similar to yours business, their target audience is also not writing any content or not offering any information.
Mhm.
So as I just mentioned you, that to send out the message around your service, first we do a deep research on internet that like what type of tone we can use. And then
Mhm.
we also refer to your previous outreach strategy that you have used in the past because you are already doing it. So on the basis of that analysis, we will craft out the different parameters, I mean the different versions of the message that we can send out.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because we as I told you, right, since 2 weeks we have been sending a lot of messages, right? Probably 500 LinkedIn DMs, and we haven't got any response. So
Yeah, it could be because of many reasons. One reason can be the message that you have sent out. Second reason can be the people that you have identified. Third reason can be that you reached out to the people who doesn't need the services right now. So there are many reasons to counter this part.
regarding the product, I know that there is like a strong need in the market. But the product, it's kind of a new, it's like a unique for the staffing, right? So yeah, so I think the messaging is wrong, I guess.
No problem. That we can work together to find out the right
Mhm.
message. Yes.
Right,
Because
right.
whenever we send out any message, we take your approval, right? So we share the complete data with you that whatever messaging we are going to send, and every week we analyze the numbers. This is the reason why I asked you the numbers as well, that like how many people you have reached out, because numbers tells you
Mhm.
a very different story.
Right, right.
We always rely on the data only and not on something that we just assume.
Right. And what if you don't let's say that, you provide a service, and what if we don't get any responses? Then,
See, you don't get the responses when your strategy is not right, right? When you follow the right process and when you know that like through this process you can reach out to the right people, that is when nobody in the world can stop you to get the results, right? But with this strategy that I have just told you, I've already implemented this strategy on 21 plus categories so far. And in
Mhm.
some of the categories, I've got extraordinary results. And the bare minimum that I have got every month is 5 to 10. That's the bare minimum that we have got. So the strategy
five
that
to
we
ten
have 5 to 10 inquiries
per month.
per month.
Okay.
Yes. In some cases, we have got 50 plus inquiries in a month as well.
Mhm. Right, right. Okay.
Anything else that you want to ask?
No. So your service is kind of like an outreach service, right?
We also help with the brand building part,
Mhm.
wherein we manage your entire LinkedIn. We do the engagement on your behalf as well. We find the relevant portion. That's how we engage. So that is something we also do.
Right. So can you like explain in detail like what you do exactly in the service?
So when we talk about so right now I'm just explaining the step three and step four, which is the intent-based mining and the warm outreach. But when I talk about the step one and step two, which is all about the content visibility, so what we do to understand your business better, we ask you a series of questions. So I have this questionnaire with me. Okay. So we ask you a series of questions. When you answer all these questions, after that we get to know what is your business about, who's your ICP, what are their pain points, how you solve those pain points, and also stuff. And after that, we create a super strategic content calendar wherein we identify the pillars around your business. And then once the pillars get identified, then we divide into the funnel called top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. Right. This is just to clarify when we want to chase vanity metrics and when we want to chase revenue metrics. And then we create a content idea which comes from the information that you have shared, and we make use of ghost writing. Why ghostwriting? Because we want to put you into the shoes of your ideal customer profile, and that's how we create alliance stories. And then we keep on trying different formats of LinkedIn, which we have static plus image, carousel, poll, video, and text only. And because the content goes out from your profile, this is the reason why it is very important to keep a closed eye what is going on, what does not. And that's the reason why we make use of this CRM called Trello. So in the Trello, you have the sections like to do, approve, rejected, needs improvement, and posted. So if you expand any card, you will be able to see the content of that day along with the creative that we have designed. Now, if you feel like Rohan that the content is meeting your standards, then you just move into the approved part. That way, my team will only post content that has been approved from your end. If for any reason don't like the content, then just add into the rejected part and my team will replace it. Or if you feel like there are minor changes that we need to do in the content, so leave your feedback in the comment section, move it into the needs improvement part, and that's how we are going to work on your feedback.
Mhm.
Right. So this is about the content posting. Now, if I show you the results that we have achieved, so this person Anuj Arya. We have been working with him for the I think February 1 of this year. And we started working with him when he had zero connections, zero. Today he has somewhere around, I think, yeah, 2,700 plus connections. And he's into
Mhm.
the import and export business, right? Now, if I
Mhm.
just show the stats that we have achieved on his behalf. So in the past 7 days, we have got 11,400 impressions. This is all organic, nothing paid. And then if I filter it down on the basis of past 90 days, then we have received 2 lakh 57, almost 2 lakh 58,000 impressions. Again, organic, nothing paid.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing is not the number of impression. Main thing is that like from where the impressions are coming from. So as you can clearly see, 59% impressions have came from this industry, which is his primary industry. And
Mm-hmm.
35% impressions are coming from the senior level people, which is at the CXO level people. So our goal is not to make you viral, but our goal is to get you the impression from the right kind of audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also do the engagement part from your profile every day. So we find out the similar kind of post on your profile, and then we engage with them. So for example, let me just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, look at this one. So we engage with Midhun PK, who is driving growth in Project Cargo. Again, the similar kind of post. This was the content that he posted. This was the comment that we did. And with just one single comment, we attracted 1,200 impressions organically. One reply from the author. That is the kind of engagement that we do. Now, to find these kind of posts, what we do, we basically make use of social listening. So as a founder, we all know what type of keywords my target audience uses on LinkedIn. Now, whenever someone mentions those keywords on LinkedIn, right, we get notified immediately. Does not matter whether we are connected with that person on LinkedIn or not. The moment they mention this keyword, we get the information like date, when the content was posted, author, who posted the content, and the link to the LinkedIn post. And then my intelligence system will read the content of that post, and then by using the 7 frameworks that I have given, it is going to write the comment, and then my team will going to manually verify whether that post is worthy enough to comment or not. And that's how we do the engagement part. So this is through which we build your personal brand on LinkedIn and get you the results.
And this is only on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, we are only working on LinkedIn at this moment.
Right. Okay.
So this was my
Right.
complete 4-step process.
Okay, perfect. Regarding the LinkedIn content posting, like you do just like simple, like do you make videos or do you make like infographic or just write?
Yeah, for the videos part, what we do, we help you with the scripting. So we share the scripting with you, and then we like ask you to record it in a like normal manner. Because on LinkedIn, uh you have to be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But the all the creatives regarding the carousel, the static one, that is something that we always create.
Right. Okay, perfect. Okay, and right. And so, so do you give any kind of a guarantee that you will get the results or
See,
it's just pure?
in marketing, there is no word like guaranteed. One can give
Mm-hmm.
you a surety, one can give you a surety on the basis of the approach that they take, but guaranteed word does not exist in marketing for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I have a co-founder as well, right? I need to show them, like, show the work to him. So, like, whatever you explain, can you able to, like, send it to the email so I can, like, show it to him?
perfect. So whatever we discussed today, I'm gonna send you an email on the basis of that, all the
Mm-hmm.
detailed discussions, and then you can show it to your co-founder. Let me just verify the email that I have of yours, which is gayu.p123@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use that. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So I'm
Right? Yeah. So whatever you explain, just make a like a short videos and so I can show him directly rather than, explaining in my words.
I do have a walkthrough video as well. That will be of, I think, 15 minutes. In case if you want to showcase that, you can do that as well.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, and because it's very hard for me to explain him. But regarding the LinkedIn, like what do you do? Like, kind of so you told me about the keywords, like, triggering and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Keyword triggering, and then you mentioned about, see, I already forgot. Uh, so yeah, regarding the metrics, like how do you like, how do you keep track of all the metrics and increase the engagement?
See, our approach is very simple, but at the same time, we take informed decisions. And how do we maintain that? So let's say we decide to work together, right? After that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share the questionnaire with you. The moment you fill that questionnaire, after that, I'm gonna share the onboarding document in which I'm gonna identify your direction and the positioning. Okay. Once you approve that, after that, we are going to work on your content calendar and then the engagement process. And then every week, we do at least one meeting wherein we analyze what activities we did this week, what's the result that we have got, and if there are any changes that we need to do, we reflect it immediately instead of waiting for 10-15 days. Because already by the week has gone, we have already achieved 100 plus numbers. So that gives us the complete confidence in the activity that we have done, right? So this is how we operate.
Okay. Yep, perfect. And yeah, what is the charges then?
So when we execute the complete process, all the four-step process, we work on month model. The reason behind this is that uh, I personally have faced this issue while working with agencies where they bound in a 3 month or 6 month contract and then they sometimes don't deliver, and you always keep on chasing them, right? So this is the reason why we have identified that like let's work on month model. Although like there's a pressure on our side. If we don't deliver any results any month, we know we can lose you the next month, right? That is why we work on month model, and we charge 30,000 rupees for all the complete process, wherein we post six posts a week. Sorry, yeah, six posts a week, 10 to 20 times engagement per day through your profile, and 400 to 600 people that we reach out through your profile in a month. And if you only talk about the outreach process, which is the step 3 and step 4, then we charge 20,000 rupees per month, in which we again reach out to 400 to 600 people in a month.
Right, right.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much for explaining in detail.
For sure, Gayatri. So I'm gonna email you, and then from the email, whenever you want to have a next call, we can take it forward from there.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri. Have a nice day ahead.